a second video on solving multi-step equations, and I put down the steps, which I think might be useful. So if I had something like this, 3 times 2x minus 4 plus 5x minus 3 equals to 4x minus 2x plus 1. Where would we start? Well, it says remove the parentheses by applying the distributive property. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute this 3 across. And I get 6x minus 12 minus 12 plus 5x minus 3 is equal to 4x minus 2x plus 1. So that was step 1. Now I'm going to combine all my like terms. So I suppose what I'll do is I'm going to so let's see, 6x plus 5x is 11x. And over here I have 4x minus 2x, which is 2x. And then I'm going to, let's see, I have a negative 12 and a negative 3, so it's going to be minus 15. And I just have a positive 1 over here. So I now have 11x minus 15 equals 2x plus 1. So then it says, my third step says move all the variable terms to one side by adding the opposite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 2x here. I'm going to subtract 2x here. And when I do that, I'm left with 9x minus 15 is equal to 1. But it also says move all the variable terms to one side and all of the constant terms to the other side. So I'm going to have to move this 15 over, this negative 15 over, so I'm going to add 15. So I get 9x equals 16. And then finally, solve for the unknown variable by division or multiplication. Well, this is 9 times x, so I'm going to divide by 9. I get x equals 1 and 7/9. So let's take a look at another example, because, well, why not? And you do have to be careful, because I do go a little bit quick. I just want you to be careful. So let's say I had 5 times x minus 1 is equal to 3 times 2x plus 4 plus 2. All right. So once again, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to remove my parentheses by using the distributive property of multiplication over addition. So that's going to be 5x. And that's going to be 5. And you might, negative 5. And you might say, well, Mr. Moore, what if there aren't parentheses? Well, if there aren't parentheses, you don't have to remove anything. It just means start at step 2. And then you might say, well, Mr. Moore, what if there's nothing to combine? Well, if there's nothing to combine, don't worry about it. So let's take, now I'm on step 2. Let's take a quick look at and see what's happening. I have a 5x minus 5. There's nothing to combine. I have a 6x plus 12 plus 2. Oh, well, this I can combine. So I'm going to rewrite over here. I have 5x minus 5 is equal to 6x plus 14. Now, I'm going to move all my variable terms to one side and all my constant terms to the other. One of the things I always strongly recommend is looking for the smaller variable term. In this case, it's 5x is smaller than 6x. So I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides. And the reason why I do that is because I'm going to be left with a positive variable term. And all that means is at the very end of my problem, I'm just not going to have to divide by a negative. That's all it means. So you can do it the other way, and it certainly doesn't hurt. Now I have to move my constant to the other side. I get a negative 14, negative 14. And so x is equal to negative 19. I hope that helps. I'm going to stop there because this application